Marty Pelletti is a 34-year-old Italian-American butcher who resides in the Bronx with his mother, Teresa. He is unmarried, overweight, and socially awkward, which leads him to believe that he has no real prospects for romance or marriage. His younger siblings have all wed and started families, leaving Marty as the sole bachelor in his household. Family members, friends, and even customers at his butcher shop constantly pressure him to find a wife, often asking when he will settle down. Marty responds with resignation, explaining that he has tried numerous times, but girls simply do not like him. He has grown accustomed to this reality and accepts it, though it weighs heavily on his heart. One Saturday afternoon, Marty helps his Aunt Catherine move into the home of his cousin Tommy and Tommy's wife, Virginia. The couple argues frequently about the presence of Catherine, who is a widow and now lives with them, creating tension in their small apartment. Catherine warns Teresa that young married couples often push older relatives aside, planting seeds of worry in Teresa's mind about her own future if Marty ever marries. To alleviate her concerns, and perhaps to distract Marty from his loneliness, Teresa urges him to go out that evening to the Stardust Ballroom, a popular dance venue where single people gather in hopes of meeting someone special. Reluctantly, Marty agrees and heads to the ballroom with his best friend, Angie. The place is crowded with hopeful attendees, but Marty feels out of place among the younger, more attractive crowd. Angie spots a group of women and suggests approaching them, but Marty hesitates, fearing rejection once again. Meanwhile, at the ballroom, a callous man abandons his blind dates, Clara Snyder, a plain and introverted 29-year-old high school chemistry teacher from Brooklyn. The man pays another patron $5 to take Clara off his hands, treating her like an unwanted burden. The patron dances with her briefly, but then ditches her as well, leaving Clara devastated and in tears on the rooftop. Marty, who has been observing the scene, approaches Clara with kindness and asks her to dance. She accepts, and they spend the rest of the evening together. As the night progresses, they open up to each other in ways they have not with anyone else. Marty shares his frustrations about being the last unmarried sibling and his dreams of owning his own butcher shop someday. Clara confides in him about her own loneliness, her dedication to teaching, and her fears of ending up alone like her aging parents. They leave the ballroom and wander the streets of the Bronx, stopping at a diner for coffee and conversation. Marty invites Clara back to his house, where his mother is out for the evening. In an awkward moment, he attempts to kiss her, but she gently rebuffs him at first, explaining her uncertainty. However, she assures him that she enjoys his company and wants to see him again. They share a tender kiss before Marty escorts her home by bus. The next morning, which is Sunday, Teresa returns from her sister's place and meets Clara briefly as she prepares to leave. Initially polite, Teresa later expresses disapproval, influenced by Catherine's earlier warnings. She tells Marty that Clara seems too intellectual and not the right fit for him, subtly trying to discourage the relationship out of fear that Marty will abandon her. Meanwhile, Marty attends mass with his family and friends. Afterward, his buddies, including Angie, gather at their usual hangout spot and criticize Clara harshly, calling her unattractive and urging Marty to forget about her. They prefer their carefree bachelor lifestyle of aimless evenings and convince Marty that he would be better off joining them instead of pursuing a serious commitment. As the afternoon wears on, Marty finds himself swayed by the opinions of his mother and friends. He delays calling Clara as promised at 2:30 p.m., letting the time slip away while he idles with the group. By evening, they are back to their routine of loitering on street corners, complaining about boredom but doing nothing to change it. Marty watches couples pass by and reflects on the previous night's genuine connection with Clara. He realizes that he is sacrificing potential happiness to appease others who are themselves unhappy and stuck in their ways. In a moment of clarity and defiance, Marty stands up to his friends. He declares that he had a wonderful time with Clara and intends to pursue her, regardless of their judgments. He points out their own hypocrisies, how they criticize him while remaining single and directionless themselves. Breaking free from the group, Marty rushes to a nearby phone booth. As Angie follows and questions him, Marty retorts passionately, emphasizing that Clara makes him feel valued and that he will beg her to marry him if their good times continue. He enters the booth, dials her number, and the film closes on a hopeful note as Marty says, "Hello." "Hello, Clara," leaving the audience with the promise of a budding romance between two ordinary people who have found solace in each other. This story explores themes of loneliness, societal expectations, and the courage to embrace love, despite insecurities. It portrays the everyday struggles of working-class Italian Americans in 1950s New York, highlighting the warmth of human connection amid mundane routines. Marty's character evolves from passive acceptance of his fate to active pursuit of happiness, while Clara represents quiet strength and vulnerability. The supporting characters, like Teresa and Angie, add layers of familial and peer pressure, making the narrative relatable and poignant. The film's simplicity underscores its emotional depth, focusing on dialogue and subtle performances rather than grand spectacles.